Hello friends, and welcome back to the 13th part of this series where we'll be creating an Instagram clone in FlutterFlow and Supabase. So in the previous video, we created our user data table and finished our onboarding process. And in this video, we're going to see how we can take our post table and join it with certain columns in our user data table. Because in our current post component over here, this posted by text as well as this username text is not linked to any username because this posts table over here only has access to the user ID of the person who posted it, not the username of the person who posted it. So in this video, we'll be seeing how we can utilize Supabase views to join tables together and have access to that data. Now let me introduce the concept of views. Well, in Supabase, a view is a virtual table that is created from one or more existing tables. But unlike regular tables, a view doesn't actually store any actual data. Instead, it updates dynamically by fetching data from your already existing tables. So you can't really edit a view, but whenever the data is updated in its constituent tables, the view will be automatically updated as well. So a view is basically a good way of joining tables together so that you can access it all at one go without having to create complex SQL queries. Alright, so let's see how we can create a view in Supabase now. So I'm in my Supabase table editor, and to create a view, I actually want to go to this SQL editor over here. And now in our SQL editor, we have to write a few lines of code, but don't worry, it's very simple and I'll go through it slowly step by step. Alright, so we can start by typing in create view, and then we can give our view a name. I'm just going to call it full post view. And then we type in as, enter, and tab. Then we type in select, and then we enter again, then we tab. Then we type in posts dot asterisk. So basically what this means is selecting all the columns from our post table. Then we type in comma. Then we type in user data, which is our user data table, dot. Then you can see that all of our columns in our user data table is already listed here. So the columns that we want is our username, so user data.username, comma, user underscore data dot, and we also want to get their profile picture, so profile pic. Make sure not to add a comma for this last one over here. Then we can type in enter and backspace. Then we'll type in from posts because we want to get the data from our post table. Then we type in enter, and we also want to left join user data. So this is basically joining our post table as well as our user data table and getting all columns from our post table, but only the username as well as profile pic columns from our user data table. But for this left join statement, we also have to add a condition so that Supabase knows which rows we want to join together. And to add a condition, we have to type in on posts dot posted by is equal to user underscore data dot user ID, and then we add, and then finally we end it off with a semicolon. So this condition over here basically ensures that the correct user data is mapped to the correct row in our post table by our posted by user ID. So then finally we can click on run, and we should see this message, success, no rows returned. And if we go back to our table editor, we can now see that there's this new view over here. So if we click on it, currently there's nothing here as we have no posts over here. But let's just quickly add a new post. So posted by this user. If we save it, you can see that when a new post is inserted and we go back to our view, there is a new row over here with all the columns of our post table, But now we have the extra user data of our username as well as the profile picture of the user who posted that post. So that's great, our full post view is working. So now we can go back to our FlutterFlow app and actually make use of our new view that we implemented. So first and foremost, since we created a new view in Supabase, we have to go to Settings and Integrations, and we scroll down to Supabase, and we have to get schema once more. You should see the view is here now. Now, in our post component, we also have to edit our component parameter, because previously we defined our component parameter as having the type of Supabase row, but we are using the post table. But now we want to use the full post view. So we confirm, and you'll see that we have a new error over here. Is that post component parameter post details is not set properly. So if you click on that, it is because the row over here, the posts row, is still querying our post table and not the full post view. So we actually have to change our query on this list view over here. So on the list view, we have to change this query. Instead of querying posts, it should now query our full post view. And then now we go back to our post component. And you can see that now this is the full post view row that is sending into this component, and the error is also gone now. So we go back to our post component, and now we can link the data here. So instead of posted by, we can now set it to our username. And instead of this username over here, we can actually make use of a combined text over here. So for the first text can be @ and then the second one can be our post details and username. And for this picture, and for this profile picture over here, we can now give it our post details profile pic. And we can show error image on failure in case the profile picture is null. Alright, yep, so that should be it, and now we can go ahead and test our app to see if it works. And in case in the future, if you have trouble remembering the syntax of how to create Supabase views, you can just search Supabase views in Google, and I like to choose this one, Postgres views. I think this is a very clear blog on how to implement Postgres views in Supabase. So it goes through all of these examples over here, and it also has the code of how to generate a view. Yeah, so I think it's a very good resource in case you forgot how to implement views in the future. So you can take a look at this. I'll be linking that down in the video description as well. Alright, so Tesma has just loaded up, and now in this post component over here, you can see that it also includes our profile picture as well as our username over here, showing that our implementation of our view works perfectly. Alright, so that's it for today's video on Supabase views. In the next video, we'll be working on our search functionality to allow our users to search for posts that they want. Alright, so I hope you're excited for that, and I'll see you in the next video.